I love technology. It always works just when you need it.
I got a question for you, Mitch.
Okay.
What are you up to this week?
We're going to firemanship. Firemanship. We're setting up, we're loading up the trailer today, and then we head out to set up for tool tactics class, along with Brian Abbott, teaching his Through the Lock on both Thursday and Friday. So back-to-back classes, 2 paired classes together. We're going to run everybody through both classes, pairing up and knocking everybody out and getting them through both at the same day. So that's exciting. So we got that going. And the tool tactics class, what the hell is tool tactics? Well, it is a forcible entry class designed to teach you the systems and really the why of what we're doing, and let you try just about every single tool you want, and you can decide what works and what doesn't work. We have developed tactics that we think work very, very tool-specific tactics you guys get to try out. But again, the biggest thing there we're teaching is the concept behind what we're doing, not just, hey, do it this way and use this. I want you guys to learn really the why behind what you're doing and the overall scope of what you're trying to accomplish with your different avenues of getting there, actually. So YouTube is up and running. All right, so cool. All right, YouTube just hopped on. We are doing a live, impromptu live for you guys on both the Chicago Ads and Chicago Kelly. For our customers waiting on the Chicago Ads, some of you guys ordered all the way back in October. But you guys that ordered, we have confirmed again in our last email update, all remaining back orders are at the forge getting machine finished. We're waiting for those to be machine finished, and then we QC them, make any tuning adjustments, and then send them off to black oxide. So we are just waiting for those to come in. So they have all been forged finally. So they are coming, you guys. We're not going to forget anybody. That is the latest status on the Chicago Ads. The 29 inches, we just sent a bunch of them out. We have probably about 20 or so left of you guys waiting on your 29-inch Chicago Ads. We just sent those babies out. You should have gotten a label and an email update that they're headed your way. So only 20 more left on those. Got about 150 or so 26 inches that need to get done. 200 of them have been forged. You're getting to them now. So right around the corner. But what is the difference between the Chicago Ads and the Chicago Kelly? Well, your traditional Kelly orientation turns the fork and adds at 90 degrees instead of being in line. And so what are the benefits of that? Well, traditionally, it was always formed like this when we had a spike on there. When we don't have a spike on, just because of why people originally thought that, or get a full throw on your forks, right? A lot of people like to say, well, I really like the Kelly because no matter what, I can get a full throw of that tool, particularly if I am starting off on a tight seam and my bevel is actually to my jam, right? The bevel side, the convex side of my tool is toward the jam because it's a tight seam. When I go to throw this to the door, in this orientation, maybe we can do a top view up there, switching to there. When I throw this to the door, or we can come over here on the side even. The side one looks pretty good. Again, tight seam. When I go to throw this to the door, my adz no longer runs into the door. So that's why people like it. Now, I will say, we'll go back to the main camera over here. I will say, more often than not, if you're capturing your progress, it doesn't bother me how far of a throw I get of that tool because I'm capturing, I can always reposition pretty darn quick, right? So I can always turn that tool around, go bevel the door, and operate pretty quick as long as I'm capturing progress. So I don't actually necessarily think that's the main benefit of this tool. For me, the benefit has been I have a giant paddle to push on when I am doing an adz roll, right? I got this up in my door, and I have a nice paddle. Again, benefit of no spike, I can always go down, and so I have a giant paddle when I want to push down on that tool and rotate it towards the door. Same thing if I'm going up, I have a giant paddle to go on. I really, really, really like that. It gives me a nice, smooth transition. Now the other thing, and Colby, you can tell me if you want up or side on this one, but when I have a stubborn door, and I am bevel to door instead of bevel to jamb, so again, convex side, curved side of that tool, to the door, which is usually our priority to want to finish at, and it's a tough door, I no longer have this adze coming towards me, so I can get my body into this when I'm doing big pushes, and I don't worry as much about this adze digging into my side or causing me troubles right in there. So I'm able to get a full throw of that tool and really put my body and explode through it. So back to our main camera. Those are my major reasons of why I like the Kelly. Now, doesn't mean it's always the go-to option, but those are the two reasons I really, really like it. Of course, with both of these tools and on the fire ground, you always want options. We can always marry these tools up together with our new fork crotch that really locks those in, gives you a solid surface to push off of without really truly getting completely locked in, because they don't twist and bind. They just stay seated together like that. So this opens up a whole lot of opportunity for bar and bar technique with two guys ready to go. And again, our company name is Fire Maul Tools, and you always need a big heavy fire maul, of course on scene. But if I was going inside and I had two people with roughly an 8 to 9 pound tool, not a dedicated striker, I would rather them have two bars instead of a bar and an axe, or even a bar and a lightweight maul or even mauler. I think the two levers that I can now strike with are a lot more effective. And our double bar techniques, along with our inside fork ramp, for capturing that progress and maintaining that gap is super, super, super effective. So that is the once over on the tool. So when you guys see this on live, make sure you go and check your email updates. We will put out email updates, a few of them in succession to people that have registered for email updates on the Chicago ads. Also, of course, everybody who has pre-ordered the Chicago ads will be getting a shot at this video and also a chance to pick up that Kelly. We have a limited stock of the Chicago Kelly in right now, and we're not going to let them just sit here. We are ready to get them out to you guys, the people who need it, as soon as possible. So looking forward to getting that out to you guys. Something else popped in my head, and when I remember it, I'll tell you. Did any questions come through at all? Okay, good. Impromptu, nobody knows we're on here, but hopefully you're on our Facebook. Who knows how the feeds work? One of the things I think I want, bringing in my guy Colby here in a sec, and how these two tools work together in our ability to really capture our progress and maintain that gap when we are forcing a door. Also our ability to roll this in either direction. So one of the things we'll be teaching, let's go with this camera, out there at firemanship is 100%. You know, everybody goes right to the lock, and I get it. That is the problem. I have no problem with you going directly to that lock, giving this thing a roll, seeing if it rolls open, and we can pop our door. Absolutely. But on tougher doors, things that are a little bit more stiff, sure, we can throw our tool up in there, we can get a roll. If it doesn't go, because it's tough, why are we going to sit there and fight it? Why are we going to sit here and try to get a throw down if you have to, just to get, let me position myself a little bit better, just to try and get a gap, right? If it doesn't go there, I could roll this down. My partner's super tall. So you know what I'm going to do? Watch this. I'm going to come up high, and I did an easy roll. So you can't really quite see him in this shot. The big old boy's behind me, just capturing that progress that I did there. And his only job with that inside fork ramp is to continue to push that tool in like a wedge. It's no longer a lever, it is literally just a wedge, and he's just capturing progress. One of the things I see with bar and bar techniques are two guys just switching levers, switching levers, switching levers. The tool is doing the same thing, right? No matter its positioning, it's accomplishing the same task. I could leave one lever in that gap as a lever and be in or closer. He can also just move this just in, so he's going deeper the whole time. That allows me to reposition this tool immediately. So he's just staying right there. In a few quick movements, and I can move that even a lot faster, and hopefully you can still hear me because Mike is back there. But I can move this tool super quick. And all Colby was doing was capturing progress and capturing space with that inside fork ramp. So again, no having to rotate and move position. One tool kept doing the continued levers, continued movement, and the other tool just captured. So pretty cool stuff. I'm going to pop back over to our main video. And then we can see if any comments come in. We got some let's go! We got some let's go! So that was a pretty cool. So I think we could run that one again. What do you think that top view would look like on that? Colby, you want to try it again?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to do the same thing. He's going to pop over to the top view. I'm going to remember the mic is over here instead of looking at the camera. All right, so we got our top view in here. So same thing. Again, a lot of the stuff we try to teach is feeling the door through the bar, knowing how much resistance you have. Again, I don't mind you coming straight up to this door, getting a thing in there, getting a roll in there. If it's super stiff, now this one I might be able to pop, but if it's super stiff, man, doesn't go. I got a big old boy behind me. Hey man, mind that gap. He's gonna come in, and again, that tool is gonna progressively, it doesn't even have to operate like a lever. It can initially to get me in. So he created more space to get me in, but now he's gonna transition to just a wedge. So he's going to actually relieve his pressure, and all he's doing is pushing in. Watch what happens. I reposition. I reposition. I reposition. See how he just kept moving his tool in or down? Now we've gone almost all the way through our progression. Most doors are open, but now I can move to the big throw. He might even be able to pull his tool out because I think we're good to go here. And finish forcing our door. So hopefully you guys can hear me. We have a pretty nice mic, even though I'm talking towards it. We could try using a lapel next time. You guys are up there. I forgot. I was just talking about it. So pretty neat stuff. I'm going to again switch back to our main camera. Bada bing, bada boom. So anyway, just a few of the techniques we've practiced on. Another one we can try on the live. We'll see if it works. We'll be stand on it, but marrying up right away. So stand away after I get a decent adds roll. Let's go. I'm gonna move you over to. Let's go this one. Create space. Feels pretty a normal residential door, if I get a full roll, I almost, again, we really want to teach feeling the door, seeing what we can get. I don't know if we're going to get it. Try, right? And that's coming up here. And then he's going to come in. I don't know if you guys can see this. He's extended his leverage all the way in. We're going to just try to clear this door by going down, nice and easy. Keep going, big boy. So, you might have just seen my back on that. We can do it one more time from the top angle. So let's do that again. I don't know if that was the best angle. So we're going to switch to top angle and see what that looks like. Load that baby up one more time. Connor, thank you, buddy. Glad you can still hear me. Connor let us know he can still hear us. All right. And you guys, don't be like us. All right, wear your gloves and your safety glasses. You know, be safe. Don't be like me. All right. All right, so again, same thing. And toe the door. Oh, cool, I got a little bit of space. I can get my adds in there. Let me see if I can roll this thing. Got it started, right? We're gonna come in here, and now we're gonna try to clear this. Don't slip. Clear your door. You're getting. Well, you can talk here. We going over there? We can go this right now. You got a 29-inch up against a 26 with an overage of about five. Actually, minus overlap both ways. I don't know, something like that. Divided by 7. It's enough. We got any suggestions? Let me check. Comments? No comments. So let's over again how that tool works, being able to position. We can go top. What that looks like. Yes, you can see out here. You got to roll this tool and just push off of this like a giant paddle. And I have a wall right here. My forks extend. Adjust or pull back a little bit more while you're working this tool. But so far for me, that has really been the only negative, is the forks stick out a little bit more this way. So, but again, what's that paddle look like? I can come in here, very comfortably push that tool. Hey look, we got a capture. I'm gonna go right to the lock. Probably forced 99.9% of doors yet. Big push. But it being Chicago Kelly, pick one up. Hopefully you're on the list. So back over here, this mongoloid, that's a bad term. I don't think you're supposed to say that anymore.
I'm not sure you can say that.
I don't think we can say that. Oh
Definitely
well.
in Canada.
Oh, whoops. He's a brute, a big brute. That's okay, brute. I don't know. Anyway, towers over us. Awesome stuff, guys. We're tuning in.